downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 15 carries, 60 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
From the 44, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. 3rd down here. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Fields taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Room to run past midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 4. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Preston Smith there on the stop. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down, Green Bay.
On first down, Fields. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Fields flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Set, baby! Set!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Fields looking middle, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. On 4th down, Fields. Touchdown, Packers. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing a Stafford, complete. It's Johnson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check safety, check safety.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Stafford on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. So we have reached halftime with a touch. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
And getting set to go again, here's the Lions defense. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Check out.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. From the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Pickett. He's got the lane, and there, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this round.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again. Fields. Rolling over the middle by Glenn. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. To throw is Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the 50, Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Stafford now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's